Broadcast.
It's been a wild day already.
Shit. So my brother walks in, and he goes, "Hey, you want to see a video of me burping in the demon spot?" And I don't know how to describe
He
it.
proceeds to show us a video, of him burping and pretty much...
It's like a horrible noise. He sounded like a dragon.
He really did sound like a dragon. Oh my god.
Anyway,
it's a good way to start the podcast.
yeah, I have no idea what episode this is. I don't know what day it is. I don't know.
I think it's 11.
I thought it was like 12. I don't know. I could check. Hey, let me see. Yeah, I have no idea what.
Oh my god.
Can I help you?
Your Etsy Josh Home picture? What are you looking up? Just go on Etsy, Josh
Oh
Home
no, because
baby.
somebody posted a cool like art thing, and because they're a really good artist, but I don't have any of their work
11.
as of yet.
Definitely episode 11.
All right, fucking fight me. I guess it is 11. You're right. But no, so this person posted they're a really good artist, and I clicked on the link because I was on Tumblr, and I'm always looking for more artwork to put on the wall because I'm a hoarder, I guess, in terms of wall art. And it's like this cool, very sort
You're
of...
more like a horror.
Am I though?
No, you're not. I just wanted to say horror.
Yeah, horror. But yeah, and it's this like cool watercolor style thing, painting, and I appreciated it. And I meant to get one. I just had it open in a tab because I forgot about it.
It is very good. Just very Taylor. Like, of course.
Well, because I do this thing with my tabs where I'll like keep open tabs of stuff that I want to like look at or buy in the future. So I have like one internet window open pretty much at all times that has like a bunch of tabs in it of stuff that I want. So it's like...
It's funny because Max definitely have like a reading list or look at later thing that no one uses that.
I don't want to use it.
I have no idea how to use it.
My bookmarks bar is a fucking mess.
Yeah, anyway, so New Year's, I turned 21, Whippy. I signed up for AARP. That's like an update, I guess. Our Craigslist are really good that I just want to jump into them because
Yeah.
I immediately, within less than 5 minutes, found a dozen on the first page of Craigslist. So
I have a few less. I have like 4, I think, because I'm scavenging from LA. So I'm just gonna read. So there are a couple of them that it's just the titles are gold. So for example, this one, which I picked for the title, simply got foreskin.
oh my god.
Basically, it's just somebody that just wants to suck a dick, but preferably
foreskin.
with foreskin intact. Yeah. Apparently he's white in early 40s, so.
Oh.
Hit him up. It's from Silver Lake. Shout out to fucking Silver Lake,
Yeah.
as always. So it said HIV negative only, but he used like a minus sign, so I thought it said HIV only. I was like, excuse me?
Oh.
Apparently...
No pics, no response, even though he has no photos.
Yeah, whatever. Shout out to Silver Lake. And then my second one, simply in all caps, fuck it hard. There's also a picture. You could see. Honestly, this dude's butt is like not bad, but it's just like a weird angle. Like somebody had to take this picture.
Or
for
maybe
him.
I think it's like photo booth. Like he set it on the ground and like tilted his computer.
Oh,
up.
maybe.
But then the picture should be bigger.
I'm like
bit,
borderline
right?
impressed though, because there's his hand, which ends there,
yeah.
and clearly there's like beyond his hand.
Age 40.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's not a horrifying picture. It's just a really bizarre
It's
angle.
just like.
And I'm almost impressed. And the next one is called "Door Open, Ass Up."
Oh.
And the picture.
I'm not religious, but I need to go to church. Oh my
yeah.
god.
So the picture's like really close up.
I'm gonna look at it again. Oh my god.
I don't think that's gonna fit.
Plus,
within that man.
That's the smallest butt. It looks like, I mean, not to be like a weird, but that seems like a child-sized butt. Because
okay.
Look.
Okay. Now you made it weird.
I'm just saying.
You
Look.
made it weird.
I'm just saying. That how tiny of a.
That dude is just fucking impressive.
We'll never know. Interesting how
All right. Yeah, it's
The tip of it is like white, and then the rest of it, like a white man's penis, but he's obviously very black, like the rest of it. But the tip is, yeah.
this picture is weirdly high def too. Like I can see my reflection in this dude's sweat on his dick.
Yeah, it's in the vein.
Anyway, yeah. Door open, ass up. And that's really all it is attached to this picture that, is whatever. And my best one is afternoon pump and dump in
How do you
Leah.
find these always those weird photos?
Because it's fucking West Hollywood, that's why.
Look at that, like
His balls are riding a little low there, but
his
anyway,
a little low. That's like 4 inches. I feel like just of sag.
I
Go to the other pictures.
Christ. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
So smooth bottom for pump and dump your raw load in my smooth ass, then bail. Front door unlocked, lights turned off, find me, ass up, face down. No talking / chat, in and out action.
Wow.
Man, somebody needs to make a fucking soundbite out of that.
No talking.
The only requirement for you is that you be, quote, hung 8 inches or bigger and be able to email / text cockpick for address / location. And he's in West Hollywood, so
Of course.
have at him, boys.
Okay, so mine were mostly in men, finding men.
Mine were also men seeking men, by the way.
First one, who wants their cock drained, but spelled there the wrong there?
Oh boy.
I'm into sucking bottom long foreplay sessions and eating a nice muscle butt.
Wow, that was aggressive.
It's in caps. I didn't emphasize
Okay.
it. Okay, some fetish looking for hung guy, either thick or big head, or big veins, or just really long. So one or the other, I guess.
What if you had like? Never mind.
I
Keep going.
I don't do minors, so have an ID. And put on the big subject line so you're not spam. And he's 49. Also, like it really gets me. They're old. I'm just gonna power through these because I have.
I've been recording for fucking 10 minutes, and this is
I have
where
a
we're
lot.
at. What
So
is happening
Taylor and
right
I,
now?
as we mentioned before, is the straight. There's so many straight quote unquote people.
It's usually like
gay
STR and the
section.
number 8 as well.
Okay, this one's titled College Bros. Hey, looking for a couple of college
Oh, no.
bros. Bros is always capitalized. They're
Bros.
kicking back, throwing down a few beers, watching football, and will enjoy a bro to come over and suck them off. Tall, white, slender, very discreet and clean, looking for straight or bi guys, 25 to 35. That are also clean and discreet. Believe me, I will make it.
Newsflash, but if you're sucking your dick,
I
it's
will
straight.
make it worth your while. Hit me up with some
Christ.
stats. And guess how old this guy is?
Oh no. Okay, wait, let me try to figure this out. So he's looking for like some bro time with like
College
fratty
kids.
kind of shit, college kids. I bet he's 50.
Yeah, 45.
Nailed it!
But he wants it with him and his friends, like he and his bros. You know, he wants a.
Are they also 50?
I don't know.
or 40s,
Looking
or-
for a couple of college bros. So he wants just to like.
So
hang
he like
out.
wants to make friends.
He wants to like
and
hang
like
out, make friends,
suck
and
each other's dicks, I
Yeah.
guess.
The next
Hey
one,
bro, you wanna come over, have a few beers? Fucking suck my dick?
hungry mouth looking for mature meat.
You ever wanna die? Cause I do.
Mature bottom, have a place for orally service you. I'm reading this word for word. And very discreet, clean, and good hygiene. He is 5'6" and 53. So he's basically he's a hungry mouth looking for like same age meat. So it's like mature meat to a 50-year-old is what he wants a 7-year-old.
Oh
dude.
no. Well, it's like those people that have like granny fetishes and stuff, right? Like that's a
Ooh.
thing.
Okay. This one is mainly
Oh no.
also age 50.
Oh no.
Glory hole sucker needs protein.
Oh, what?
Got
you know, they make
cum?
supplements for that.
Got cum, coat my throat. Hosting now for hung men to get private glory hole address and load your cock shots plus phone number to me. And like I don't know what the photo is of. Like it's not a glory hole. It's just like I don't know.
It looks like a hole.
It looks like a keyhole kind
Cardboard
of.
box.
Yeah, like it's really weird.
I don't know what's going on there, but
I sneak in and breed your slutty ass.
wow, there's a picture.
Yeah. Your door unlocked. I walk in and find you. Capitalize. Ass up. Slide in.
This is like a common leave.
Slide in, unload, and leave. No chat, no faces. If you had a load in you already, keep it there. I'll use it as lube. Any race under 50, smooth or fuzzy bubble ass. And
Can I change my name on Twitter to Fuzzy Bubble Ass?
Fuzzy bubble ass, please do. Black top, 5'9", 170 pounds, 8 inches. Okay. They actually put their phone number.
Oh no.
They actually put their real phone number. Okay, look. He wants to do it today between 10 a.m. and noon.
Oh no, it's 3 p.m. We missed it.
Okay, this one.
Oh no. See, okay, so I get nervous because Marissa just turned her laptop screen away from me, which I know that means there's going to be some sort of like big reveal.
Okay, side note, when we first started,
no,
this random guy named David commented on our things. Shout out to you, David.
Hey, David.
And I messaged him recently to be like, hey, like, we haven't seen you around in a while. What's going on? So he commented on our most recent run. Ball waxing does not sound like an enjoyable way to spend He says...
Oh, no, was that the one where I said that if you have balls, please leave a comment?
As long as your carefully beard/mustache trimmer does a good job.
How kind.
David,
Man, shout out to
you.
David, because nobody actually answered our question. I feel like there was resources
David, none your biz. I'm glad you're in our biz.
Thanks, David.
Okay, shout out.
The best part about that, too, is, like, there are easily resources that I could have gone to, like, ask about, like, the pros and cons of ball waxing. Like, I imagine I probably could have looked it up.
Easy.
I could have asked somebody, hey, what's the deal? I could know. No, if you have balls, leave a comment. Fucking Christ, this podcast is a mess. Also, I'm drinking Coke, so pardon, there's like fizzing and bottle noises.
Drinking, wink.
What else would I be doing with it?
Wink.
Okay. Instead of me drinking Coke, you're like, drinking, wink. What else am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna pour it all over myself so I can feel the fizz.
Walk in, get your ass creamed. Leave. Look at this though. He's comparing it. But doesn't it look like a miniature shampoo bottle? Like, look at his thumb. Like,
yeah, it's not that impressive. Sorry.
It's like one time we saw a photo of a penis next to a Pringles can. At first you think, wow, a Pringles can, and then you look at the can, and you're like, wait a minute. That's definitely not a full-size Pringles can. It's like, it's not the small mini one. It's some awkward, like, mid-range one.
Plus, like, even if it was, like, the size of, like, that's, like, it's
like, no thanks.
Well, yeah, because it's, like, there's only a limited amount of space. Like, anatomically speaking, you can't get past a certain point. So, like, people are like, oh, I had a bigger dick. Oh, it's like, guess what? Like... You wouldn't be able to do anything with it anyway.
I have to read this.
Oh, no.
You slip into my unlocked apartment. Sag your pants real low. Get doggy. Get a raw nut and bounce. Caps. No face. No chat.
Why is this like a theme? Everybody just wants to like get fucked in the ass and then just like never talk to them again.
I wonder if this is the same guy. Both 32. I feel like it's totally the same guy.
Well, I don't think so because look at the grooming choices have changed dramatically.
Yeah, they should hook up. Like, why aren't they? Okay. This one is my favorite one.
Oh, no.
It's entitled, Take It Down While I Watch.
Why?
And it's almost like poetry.
Is it, though?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Public scene. We take the stalls next to each other in a discreet restroom. You squat down and take a huge dump. On a paper plate, I slide under the divider.
Let's take a turn.
I slip you $20 for your time, and you leave. No face, no chat. Just me watching an anonymous dude grunting out a long turd for my viewing pleasure.
The table tapping.
I'm making it like slam poetry.
I feel like slam poetry, you don't usually slam things.
No, bongos.
Nobody does slam poetry with bongos, you fucking hippie.
You do your thing, I do my thing.
Right.
Okay, this is my time.
My thing does not involve bongos,
I'll
tell you that right now.
This is my time, okay? No racial or age hang-ups, but beefier / thicker butts go to the front. Looking to do this in a variety of public restrooms in downtown SF, and a long-term shitter is preferred. Must be comfortable if I decide to film the scene from under the divider.
That's
Please respond
weird.
with your statch/ass pic and how big your dumps are so we can set this up. I work near 2nd and Market, and tech bros into doing something raunchy like this are welcome.
I have
There's a photo just of like a random bathroom also. Like, isn't that like,
I
I
have
mean,
so
granted,
many
it's not really
questions.
hurting anyone. You get $20 to take like a poo, but how, like, you learn something new every day, you know? Like, Grandma always said that, and Grandma's right. You learn something new today.
I like don't know how to feel. What? What is I have so many questions, but one of my questions is what is what does he get out of it? Like, oh boy. Because like is it like a sexual thing? Is he just weird and he just likes watching people like shit on paper plates apparently? Or is it like it like turns him on to
It
like
definitely
watch
turns
it?
him on.
Because,
For
like,
sure.
Well, is he gonna be like jerking it while you're there? Like, what's
Well, that's why the video's for. You could do that later.
I guess that's well. Wouldn't it be better to do it live?
I mean, maybe both. You know, he tapes it and saves that for later.
Oh my god.
You know, but anyway, I think I'll end it with that
Would that
because
be on the paper plate too? Or?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
But how does he give you the $20? Like, he slides it under on the paper plate,
Probably.
and then you squat, and then like I don't think I
well,
could
you would
like
pick up the 20 first, probably.
with your ass.
With your ass, yeah. You would
Shit it up.
clench it between your cheeks.
Oh, Jocelyn was telling me, my cousin, that when they were in Thailand, there's this woman,
All right.
and she was
segue.
shoving ice cubes up her vagina and just popping them out like everywhere.
Like for fun or like
For fun.
Was she like an entertainer? Was she really warm?
No, I mean, she's a girl. I'm sure you could, you know, pay to sleep with her, but like she's just like everyone thought she was so silly and funny, and she's just like popping out ice cubes out of her vagina. Like, I don't want an ice cube in my vagina.
It'd be really cold.
Yeah,
I get cold so easily. That would not go well.
there is these.
You have to have some serious force too to like propel an ice cube.
There were
from your
these like
vagina.
cards I was reading a while ago that were like someone had them as like a joke, and it was saying like, oh, like it was for like a married couple that gets bored, and like, oh, spice it up with these cards, even though the cards were really lame, you know.
Oh my god.
And
yeah.
one of them literally said like, take an ice cube, rub it on him, and then stick it up your vagina and enjoy. And I was like,
That's like not that enjoyable.
that's not gonna spice up my life. No, like
It'd just be really
opposite of
cold.
spice. Opposite
What's the opposite of spice?
ice.
Is it though?
Cold, wet, no flavor. I feel like it's basically the opposite of
I
spice.
mean, I guess in theory it would have a flavor at that point.
Yeah. You popped it out. Hey, honey. You know, I made you a drink.
Oh,
Special ingredient.
love.
It must melt pretty fast, though. I mean, it's pretty warm up there, though.
Well, it depends on. I wonder because you know how there's some ice cubes that are like different shapes too. Like in my fridge, we have the ones that are like crescent shaped. Would that be easier to fire out because it's like
Oh, yeah.
you
Or
know
the ones that
like
are,
because the ones that
circles.
are like a fucking cube
What
that
about-
would so yeah.
What about those giant ones for scotch? You know, they're like huge square
Or
ones.
like those ice shot glasses, just like shove it in there. I'll get my Star Wars
If
ice
you have
cube
any
tray and shove
experience with
R2D2 at my
Magi,
vagina.
leave a comment below. But
Send us an email.
but one of the positions was so funny in the car. It was like the dude. I don't know how to describe it to the podcast.
I wish we had a
but-
video podcast.
Yeah, we'll get there. But the dude is standing up like this, and the woman is upside down on the ground, and you're doing her like
Define upside down.
like she. We really need a video podcast. She is like this,
Oh, like doing like a back bend?
like yeah, handstand, back bend, and he's standing up, holding her.
Like, here's the thing. I could do like a back bend. I can't do it from standing, but I can do it from laying down. I can
I'm
do a
not
back
saying it
bend.
can't be done.
However,
like, do you think
that
that's-
would be mildly uncomfortable
Yeah.
to hold for any period of time.
And like the guy's basically holding your weight, so you know, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with a solid pass on that one.
Yeah, because like I'm trying to just think about like
It has to be on the floor, so worst case scenario, like you lose control and you slam into you do like a barrel roll onto the floor.
oh my god.
Like no, like I almost hit this like rustic chicken on the wall trying to like fake demonstrate it.
I'm calling a man a rustic chicken.
It's not gonna go well if it's like for real,
Oh my god.
you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a really funny book.
Because it's like I guess you'd have to be flexible, which is fine, whatever. Because I'm trying to think like, okay, would that be comfortable? It's like I'm flexible, but not like
That's gonna give me a cramp. Do you think it's gonna give you cramp somewhere?
Well, depends, because in theory, if most of my weight is being supported already, okay, because if the person that you're with is like relatively strong and can genuinely support a lot of your weight, it wouldn't be as bad.
That's true.
But if you're with somebody that's like kind of twinky or like not able to support your weight, then you're doing all the work. You're simultaneously doing a back bend and trying to deal with whatever else is going on.
But I feel like I don't even like being upside down on the couch. You know, the blood rushes to your head.
Yeah, that
so,
would.
like, it can't be for that long. Like maybe for like a hot minute, it'd be like, spontaneous. But
I don't think it would even. I think there'd be like preparation involved.
No,
there.
yeah, because you can't like organically get there. Like you're making out on the bed, and like you can't like subtly flip your girlfriend upside down, put her in a handstand, and grab
like,
her. You have
I'm
to
thinking
talk
about like
it
the
and be like, okay, babe, get ready.
The effort required to like get into a back bend. For me personally, it's like because I can't do it from standing up, so you have to be laying top on the ground and then lift. If we had a video podcast, I would like demonstrate right now the effort fucking required to do this. But it would be like you have to like lay on the ground and then put your arms and then like lift yourself up into this.
I guess you could go from the bed.
I guess, but
then you're like,
what if the person you're with is a lot taller than you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, because it has to. I don't know. Yeah, because what if you didn't even touch the ground and he's like holding your weight?
Or here's the thing. Or what if when you're touching the ground, he can't bang you because you're short?
You have to do like a squat.
It would be uncomfortable for everybody involved.
That's not cute. You look up and he's like squatting down to try and reach you. Like
I don't think it would look cute if you were like in a back bend. Not you specifically, just like the human race in general. Yeah, I'm sure you'd look great in a back bend, Marissa. But like if you're like in like this awkward back bend, like I don't think that would be like attractive to somebody.
No, because when you're looking down, you're not going to be able to like see
it. It wouldn't be like enticing.
You can't grab her butt. You can't even reach her boobs. But you can't even reach her boobs. You can't even see her face unless you're like.
Well, you see, like you know how when you look at your nose upside down, it looks like a planaria.
Yeah,
that's what you see. Marissa like swatted at me and like swatted me in the boob.
I think it's appropriate.
She's so passionate about not being able to touch boobs that she had to touch mine.
I had
Christ. Sometimes I wonder because Marissa and I have been friends for like a really long time, and I feel like we're always tagged in like every single thing on Facebook. We like hang out together, whatever. It's like we're always just like sending things back and forth. Sometimes I feel like people think that like we're dating each other.
I could see that. I feel like my grandma wouldn't be surprised if I was like, hey, grandma.
Her grandma told me I was cute. I'll tell this
oh, yeah, you can tell that.
When Marissa had what was it, your grandpa's 80th birthday?
Yeah.
It was like a surprise party. And Marissa had like, her and her boyfriend were not together at the time or something, whatever was happening. And I which is relevant to the story later. But yeah, anyway, Marissa and I had this, it was like this surprise party for Marissa's grandpa, and I was there because I know Marissa's grandparents, family, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, but, so, Marissa's grandma comes up to me, and she goes, don't tell Marissa I said this, but you're way cuter than Jack.
My boyfriend at the time. I just love my grandma would say that. Like, of course grandma would say that.
And I didn't say anything for, like, a long time because I was like, I don't want Marissa to, like, get offended. Marissa's grandma told me not to tell. I feel like I can't break that trust.
It's funny because she's, like, this older, like, Catholic woman, and she's very outspoken, but still, like...
Just, like, spit Coke all over. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening right now. Carry on.
But so, like, I don't know, like, it's, like, I'm not that surprised because it's my grandma. I feel like if you don't know her, just, like, you know, just so funny. Like,
some old Catholic woman.
Some old Catholic woman.
You're much cuter than Jack.
That's so funny. That's so my grandma.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah, my grandpa loved that party because I don't want to, it's not that he's obsessed with himself, but he's like a child forever, so he has to have attention. So the fact that, like, 50 people all eyes were on him, he was freaking
right there, buddy?
Yeah, I burped up a little Panda Express, but I'm good. I'm good. Also, I want to note, I'm drinking out of a very wet pussy.
So back in the day, we went to like I think this was from like a Girl Scout thing or something. We were at like a circus or something like that. And I got
Ringling Brothers.
like a snow cone type thing, but it was like in this big cup. And so it's like shaped like a tiger. But it's like this giant cup that's shaped like a tiger, and every fucking time Marissa comes over, she insists on using this cup. And it's like, it's funny because it's not like an insist, like, oh, I have to have the tiger. She just comes in and just like takes it from the cap, just like uses it. I walk in and it's like, oh, there's Marissa with the tiger cup.
It's a little too high up for convenience, so I have to look for it.
Because my mom does that on purpose. She's like, who keeps using this cup?
I know, I definitely had an elephant one at some point or another. But anyway, it's full of water. That's why it's wet.
Yeah, and it's cute, but
It's really cute. It's big. Like, this fits like a lot of liquid.
well, it was filled with like a giant snow cone or icy. I guess it wasn't a snow cone because it was not in a cone, but it was like, you know, one of those shaved ice kind of. That's the word I was looking for, is shaved ice.
Anyway, it's very amusing, and the it's just a head, and the handle is a tail sticking out from the head, which I just realized makes like no sense, but okay.
I had one also that my brother used to love Toy Story, so at one point I ended up at Toy Story on Ice.
Oh,
do you ever see that?
Yeah.
And I had a similar cup that was like one of those big, sort of shaved ice whatever cups, but it was Jessie from Toy Story.
Yeah, I did Little Mermaid on Ice.
Okay, so we have this friend, or well, he's not even my friend. He's like somebody that like Marissa knows that I've met like twice that I purposely am not friends with because he's annoying. And he keeps like, I don't know how to describe him, but he does this thing where he updates his like Snapchat story obsessively. Like
he thinks he's a celebrity.
He really does.
Everything he does, he Snapchats, which, you know,
is fine if you're not enjoying what you're actually doing, I guess.
Yeah, because when I post to my story, it's usually like, look at my mom, look at my grandma. Like, it's usually like, look at this cat or dog. I usually think it's like either cute or funny. It's usually not like me alone looking at my outfit.
What about it? It's all the time. You do that all the time, and you're like, oh, look at me making a face with my like.
It's not like a 10-second video. Okay, it's a
look how cute I am.
Hey, sometimes I'm cute. Okay, but he has like so many videos, all of course the max amount of seconds, and the easiest way I can describe him, if he's a caricature of himself.
He really is. He's just like,
because he used to have like brown hair, you know, normal person, and then now he dyes his hair black, his eyebrows waxed, you know, he
had Botox. He's our age, by the way. Is he 21 yet, or is he just 20?
He's 20. That's why I think it's funny. It's like, you want to go to a club with me? I'm old enough to go to a real club, and like,
and you're not.
And you're not. Yeah, like, I don't want to go with you to the 18+ club. No thanks. You know,
I had to shit on 20-year-olds. Thanks a lot.
I've never been to.
You've been 21 for like 2 days. Wow, get over yourself.
Hey, wow, New Year, new me.
But yeah, he's just like, I don't know.
It's a lot to handle, and it's not that he's not a nice person. He's like a nice person, but it's hard.
He can be overwhelming.
He doesn't seem genuine sometimes because he's so, like, it's hard to describe. Like, not ridiculous isn't the right word, but he's just so out there, which is, you know, good for him. Whatever, living his life, but he snaps a lot. You know, he's obsessed with his skinny jeans, and his boyfriend he met on Grindr. You know.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And it's interesting because I met him in high school, and I told my friends, oh, I think he's gay for sure. I know it. And of course, later on, he came out to me and said, Marissa, you know, I'm bi. And he's like, I thought it'd be the easiest to tell you because you've been saying I've been gay since high school. And I guess, you know, my friends told him, and I was like, well, you know, good for you. I'm happy for you. But I thought it was funny that that's the only reason he really told me.
That's like the best way to describe him too, is the fact that he's a caricature, because like everything like, he does is just like,
he loves Joan Rivers. He loved Joan Rivers, R.I.P. But he basically
rip in pieces Joan Rivers. But yeah, he just like everything he does is just like so unnecessary, kind of like.
He loves to sing. Here's the best way to describe his Snap stories.
Oh god.
So it's 10 seconds is what the maximum. He will sing maximum 10 seconds that you can have on Snapchat, but he will post 6 videos of a row. Sometimes of the same song, sometimes of other songs. If I text him, hey, I have a song request, he will snap it to me, sing it to me.
The thing about it too is like, it's one thing if you're just like singing, messing around. I did what?
Whoop whoop, below that ass too fast. It is siren on.
Because it's like, because I did a dumb Snapchat video one time where I was like crooning to some bacon because it was funny, but like, but I would never post a video like
trying
serious.
To be. And like I when I saw him last, we went to this casino and it was a while away, but I was like, if you want to drive, whatever, we'll go. And so he's like, oh, I've been practicing my singing. So he starts to sing.
Oh, no.
And I was like, okay, like, that's nice, whatever. And then I start to sing just for the heck of it because he's belting it out. And he cuts me off and keeps singing. I was like, oh, okay. So you just want me to listen to you sing this whole car ride? Not that I can sing, But, you know, I'm like, oh, we're having fun. Like, we're going to be in the car for like an hour and a half. But,
oh my
let
God.
me just listen to you.
Yeah, it's just like, because he does the thing too where it's like, because it's one thing if you're a decent singer and you're like, you know, aware of that fact or something like that. Like, I'm not saying I'm an amazing singer, but I know that I'm not going to like offend people if I'm singing in the car.
You're
you
not
know,
gonna break
like,
a window.
I'll just be like, you know, I'll be casually singing along and nobody's going to complain about it because I know that, you know, whatever my mom was sung in a band, whatever, I know that I can at least carry a tune decently, okay? You know, whatever. However, this dude, like, thinks that he's incredible. Like, nobody believes in him more than he does, which is great. You know, good for him, whatever, but, like, he needs to fucking chill. Because he's like, oh, just testing out my pipes, whatever. And it's like, some video of him singing some song, and he's like, he's not that good. He's not really good at all.
I definitely think, like, when he asked me, like, oh, like, what do you think I'm practicing? And I said, oh, like, you're going to get really good if you practice a lot. Because it's like, what do you say when someone puts you on the spot? It's like, you know, if you make something or do something, like, oh, I did this, I'm so proud of it, do you like it? Like, you're not going to be like,
no, fuck you, sorry.
No.
It's just, like, it's weird because...
And he's not the worst I've ever heard, but, like,
no, but
it's not that he's confident, it's that he's cocky. I have to get some more water, but that's what's kind of, like, aggravating about it. He's like, I can sing, I'm the best.
Yeah, it's like, there's something about... He like, crosses the line, because everybody's like, oh, you know, it's with your confidence, and I think if you're cocky, he is the line. Like, if you're him, you need to stop, because it's like, it's one thing if you're confident in your ability, and that's fine. You know, if he was like, oh, you know, I want to be a singer someday, like, you know, would you mind, like, you know, if I sang something and you could give me some honest feedback, blah, 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 you're like, you know what, that's fine. Follow your dreams, kiddo, you know, whatever. But he's just, like, forces it on you, kind of, like, look how amazing I am. Look at this video of me and how great I am.
And he wouldn't even let me sing. Like I said, not that I'm the best singer, but if we're just having fun and listening to others sing, whatever, I can get on board. But he wouldn't even let me sing anything. He cut me off.
It's because he just loves attention.
I was like, wow, thanks. Like, thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, he's just, like... I feel like he's very California, kind of, in the sense that he, like... He loves attention. He, like... Well, first of all, he also has Botox that made him look really scary. He was, like, normal looking before. Like, he's not somebody that was my type.
But he lost a lot of weight. No, yeah, but he lost a lot of weight. And
however, yeah, it's, like, he's not, like, my type. I wasn't, like, attracted to him, per se. He's probably, like, the opposite of my type. However... I can understand. He was a cute kid. You know what I mean? Like,
normal,
I could understand how somebody could potentially be attracted to him, and that's something. For some reason, that's something a lot of people have a hard time with. It's like I acknowledge that somebody's attractive. However, I'm not attracted to them. You know, but it's like, but he did this like Botox thing, and he just like he went from being like, okay, I could see how somebody could like him, you know, to being fucking scary. He's so scary.
You know what's funny about that too is learning to like prepare because sometimes I don't want to out people just in case, but someone I know, I'll be like, oh, like that guy, you know, is so cute or whatever. And he's like, oh, like as a man, I could not see another man's attractive. It's like,
It's like, I'm pretty sure you can. You just gotta stop.
I'm pretty sure you're just, yeah.
People are just so weird about it because it's like if you're
guys,
you know,
especially like if we can see women all the time and be like, oh, she's hot, you know, or she's beautiful, or she's pretty, and like maybe you want to bang her, maybe
it's like
just
because somebody's attractive doesn't just because you acknowledge somebody's attractive does not mean you want to fuck them right then and there.
Your type.
It's like calm down, yeah.
Because we were watching America's Next Top Model, you know, these people too, and I was like, you know, the winner is his name is Niall, and he's deaf, and he's like. Just like really cool, funny, and I took sign language in high school, and like it just really resonates with me that, and you know, he's just like he was super cute, you know. You know, he's like olive skin, blue eyes, you know, he's 6 foot, and he was also the nicest person on the show. And I was like, oh, he's such a hunk. Like, I totally, like, see why he won. And everyone's like, what? No, like, he's not cute. And I was like, well, obviously, he just won a modeling competition.
Yeah, obviously he's got something going on there, yeah.
So obviously enough people think he's attractive.
Honestly, I appreciate that a lot in dudes especially because I don't think I've ever met, like, a woman or girl that has a problem admitting somebody that's like not the gender they're attracted to is attractive. I phrased that really weirdly, but you know what I mean.
Well, like girls can be bitchy, like she's pretty, I hate her, but
yeah, but like you
still be she's pretty.
Yeah, it's like if you genuinely show somebody a picture of somebody and like, oh, you know, do you think she's pretty? A girl will hands down if they acknowledge that somebody's pretty, they'll be like, fuck yeah, she's really pretty, whatever, you know, she's super hot, totally, fucking get on that, man, you know, but, like,
Yeah, guys are
you,
just
a
could be like,
dude,
what? No, it's a guy.
it's like, yeah, I just, like, I have a lot of, like, respect for dudes that, like, because it's way more common in, like, the dude psyche for some reason, and I'm not saying all dudes are like this, because I've met a lot of dudes that are, like, normal and cool about it. Also, fucking shout out to Lewis, because every time I say the word dude, he makes fun of me, so I'm conscious of it now, so thanks.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, not hip enough for him?
I don't know. I'm not hip enough. But
Maybe you, like, didn't like that I said pause.
yeah. Fuck you, Lewis. Come on the podcast and explain yourself. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for guys that, like, can admit that another man is attractive, because it's such, like, and it seems like it's not that big of a deal, like, oh, why does it matter, but it's like, it's just like it's like a sort of defying bro culture thing that I just like, because it's like, yeah, that guy, you know, that guy's attractive, or it's like, oh yeah, that woman's attractive, like,
yeah, or also,
but you don't
like,
have to be disgusting about it. Like, everyone's, I don't know, fuck her so much, oh, whatever. But it's like,
Or when
oh yeah,
guys-
she's very pretty.
when guys let you do their
Nice.
makeup too, because they don't care, like, whatever, I don't care, and some guys are like, no, makeup on me? No, like, even if you kiss them with
Most
lipstick,
dudes
they're like,
just, like, don't realize that they would look nice, okay?
well, it's just funny, like, I did it to, you know, Norn and his roommate, because I was like, should I do your makeup? And you know, the roommate was like, whatever, because usually Norn's like, no makeup, and the roommate was like, okay, whatever, and I was like, ha ha, and it was just, like, fun and stupid, and no one cares, I'm like, I want to take your pic and, like, send it to anyone, even then, who would care, like, oh, this girl did my makeup for fun, like, nobody cares.
Yeah, it's like, welcome to fucking 2016,
You know?
motherfucker, that's the way that it works, haha.
Yeah, and I made him have little Leia buns too, and he didn't care. He didn't wear it. It's rude. But anyway, it was just like it doesn't matter. No one cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2016 now. Like, no one cares what you're doing. Oh, my mom gave me a birthday card, and she's. I go, what the hell? She didn't
My
snap,
roommate just sent me a really funny
she didn't
Snapchat.
snap me.
Your mom's birthday card?
And she didn't date it, and I was joking because my grandpa, like, dates everything. I'm like, Mom, you didn't date the card.
I
You
don't
didn't
date
the
cards either. I
card."
usually date men.
You should try to date a card. And I'm like, Mom, you didn't date the card, so she dates
so
it,
funny.
and then she parts the wrong year on it. She's 2015. I was like, Mom, you wrote the wrong year on my birthday card.
Your birthday's
Just like a
basically in
mess.
2015. It's fine.
Well, I was supposed
It's, like,
to.
close
I was supposed
enough.
to
Nobody's
be a
gonna
New Year's
know.
baby.
If I was born like a week earlier, I would have been a 4th of July baby. Would have made me even more American. But 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven is pretty American.
That's the most American birthday you can have, okay? Unless you're born on, like, National Hot Dog Day, which I guess is 4th of July. But, yeah.
Every day is
7-Eleven.
National Hot Dog Day.
Dude, in this household, god damn it! How many chickens do you think are in your house?
So,
Decoratively speaking.
so my mom is really into, like, chickens as a decorative
And Maria's
element.
mom was, like, really into cats.
Oh my
But, like, the
God,
cats is too much. Like, this
Well, because they were all in her bathroom.
yeah.
And my
There's,
mom is, like, stylish, so
in
it's
her
like,
bathroom, they had, like, a ledge over the window and had a giant stuffed tiger. And I remember I'd be in the bathroom and I would try and count how many cats were in the bathroom.
Yeah, they had, like, cat posters, cat,
and
whatever.
you lose track because there's so many.
But yeah, so my
So
mom is
many
really into,
cats.
like, chickens as a decorative element. I like chickens just as an animal. I think they're really cute, and I like the little noises they make, and they look like they would be soft. However, yeah, but it's just, like, in the kitchen, there's, like, chicken decorations, and, like, there's tiny chickens on our, like, decorative hand towels that we are not allowed to use because they're for decoration only, I guess. And, you know, there's just a lot of chickens.
Chickens' his house? Yeah, there's a lot of chickens. But it's nice. It's very.
We also have these
decorative.
little, like, chicken statues. I'm starting to eat those white and red ones in
Oh,
there.
they're cute.
They're like these little statues of chickens. They're kind of, you know, round, sort of rotund little
Like
chickens.
fat.
But when the dog was younger, she used to do this thing because she's really big. We have, like, a big dog. And she would go and walk by that and shove her nose in that shelf with the chicken statues and purposely knock them over. And she would do it to the little pig statue underneath it too. And she would shove her face in there and knock them over and then just keep going. Like, it would somehow, like, something about them being stood up just, like, upset her, and she would just go in and, like, you would hear it too, it would go clunk, clunk, and then she would just, like, walk away. We're like, really? Why? She doesn't really do it as much anymore. She did the other day, and I think it was, like, satisfying. But it was just like really funny because you could always hear it no matter where you were in the house. You just hear her come in and knock over the fucking chickens. We can always hear her now because when she gets up off the couch or like off the bed or something like that, she always like shakes her head, but she has like kind of big ears, so they make like that flap noise when she shakes her head. And so you can always I don't know why I just like inhaled some of my own spit. That's awesome. But you can always hear her get up because you hear like the flapping.
Oh.
It's really cute.
Dawson's dogs, Bassett's, Basset Hounds, and their ears are like too big where they don't even make the sound because they're just like so heavy, like they can't flop over their head.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah, they're so cute.
I like old dogs. I mean, I like all dogs, but old dogs specifically
Yeah,
are
Cooper's
really cute.
the sweetest. I'll be like on the bed, and the bed is like too tall, but he'll like go in there and he'll want to sit with me. Be like, Cooper, like what is it? Because he can't jump there, and so like I'll flip like I'm like, come on, and, like I'll try and help him out. He goes all the way in there just to sit with me and everyone in the house, and I was like, oh,
God.
I love you.
Yeah, yesterday Phoenix was, and we have like this couch in our garage is not really a garage. It's like, it has like a projector screen in it, whatever, and like a couch and stuff like that. And, but so there's this couch, and she lays on that couch in there because my mom doesn't want like dog hair all over the couch in the living room. So she knows that she can lay on the couch in the garage whenever she wants to, but she can only lay on the couch in the living room when there's like this specific blanket on it. And so yesterday I heard her in the garage, and I just heard like this incessant, like, loud whining, and I'm like, what is she doing? She was just laying on the couch with her head, like, flopped over the arm of the couch, just whining loudly for some reason. I think she might have been cold or something, because I, like, put a giant shirt on top of her, and, like, she stopped whining, but she was just laying there with her eyes closed, just whining really loudly. I was sitting in the living room, and I could hear her. I was like, what is going on in there? I thought maybe she was trying to get outside or something like that. But no, she was just laying there, just whining for no reason.
I feel like that's me in dog form. I feel like that's all I do.
Do you ever just lay on the couch with nobody around and just make noises?
Yes. That's what I do when I'm not podcasting. That's what I do.
We'll just have a
Part-time
podcast. It's just an
student,
hour of Marissa
me
just making
whining on the
noise.
couch.
Yeah, just like whining.
That'll have to be a video.
So,
We'll make it like black and white and like really dramatic.
with like a
you know?
vignette on it or something.
Different cuts.
Just different angles of
Yeah,
whining.
different angle. Auntie Liz is in the area. Do you want her to read your poem?
What? Yes! I want Auntie Liz to read my poem. We might have to do a special edition of the broadcast. When is she,
I'm gonna say yes. Where is she?
where and when? Because we might,
I mean, we could just book it to my house and or like if we want to record others, you can meet her at a Starbucks. Could you imagine your mom comes home? Because I told her mom all about my aunt yesterday. So like her mom is like overly prepared now, so I'm like inviting a normal person over.
hey mom, Auntie Liz is coming over.
We were talking about her foot book yesterday.
My god. Yeah, whether or not it's like today or tomorrow what's happening, but like, yeah, we'll just upload like a special edition of like getting a poem reading.
I mean, we could just record it on our phone too and just have it be like kind of janky.
I want to do like we could do like a cool up close shot of the hand. She could indicate what everything means.
It would be so good. I'm gonna say, okay, where is she, or when will she be around?
This is the dream.
I bet you she went to the dentist. I bet that's why she's over here.
Why would she? Doesn't she live like not close to here? Why would
Yeah,
she go to
and
the
she
dentist
chooses to go to the most expensive dentist that my grandparents pay for. She goes all the way to this ridiculously expensive area. I don't even go to the dentist here, okay? I go to the free dentist.
here? Why does?
And my grandma pays for it because my aunt's like, I don't have any money.
Doesn't she have money?
No.
Did she tell me that she just like has money and it's just like being cheap?
My mom said, I knew she's in the dentist. My mom says, really? LOL.
Yes, really. Come
Yes,
on, Mary, get with
really.
it.
Yes. Really.
This is like the dream. I'm glad that
Will she be done?
this is happening.
Okay, when will she be done? Okay, sorry everyone. Tentatively getting a reading today.
That was like a goal
spook-
that I didn't know I had was like get a reading
The
before
only
I
weird
leave for
thing
Long
was
Beach again.
is when I first started dating Jack, she read and she said you're gonna be together 3 years, and exactly 3 years later we broke up and then got back together.
They got back
briefly,
together
but
again, but
still, like, it should have been 3 years anyway, but still, like, she did predict that.
I'm
Not
sure
that-
she's so psychic.
I'm just saying it was weird.
She's probably gonna, like, tell me I'm gonna die or something. She's gonna
That would be funny. That would be so sick. Oh, I'm a psychic. I'll read your palm. Oh, no.
How are you alive? You should have died last night.
You are dead.
Plot twist. I've been dead the whole time.
Makes sense. I hope
That's where I was going with that
hope
one.
no one watched that movie. Hasn't. Hope everyone has watched that movie already.
Fucking who cares? It's like old. If you haven't watched that movie, fuck you. You haven't
watched it.
you haven't either seen it or know what happens. I don't even like, I've seen like part of it. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I know what happens because why not? Like, it's been long enough. You already know. If not, sucks for you.
That's
I
like,
guess.
what was it, like Lord of the Rings, someone was saying not to spoil, one of the actors was like, the book's been out forever, like, I'm not gonna not say anything.
That's always so funny.
You
Like,
know?
oh my god, don't spoil it. And I'm like, literally, do you not know that there was a book
The
first?
book
like,
has been out 100 years.
yeah,
okay?
it's like, if you want to fucking read the, like, I don't know, it's just like, people are like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen in the new whatever X movie, and I'm like, do you know that it's a book? Like, you don't have to wait, just fucking read the
Just
book.
read the
You'll
book.
know how it ends. Who cares?
Even open Spark Notes if you really want to read it, okay? You can figure it out, I promise you, sweetheart.
I was listening to the off-topic podcast, which I will put a link to in the description. They're great. Have a listen. But one of the guys was talking. Michael Jones was talking about how I guess somehow he, like, I don't know if it was like somehow he ended up seeing like the first 3 Twilight movies or something, like just randomly, like he went and he was like, I really don't care enough to wait for the 4th one, but now I have to know how it ends. So he, like, instead of waiting like however many years for the 4th, he just fucking bought the book. He was like, yeah, I just bought it and read the book because it was faster.
Oh my god, yeah, wait like 2 years.
It's just like, he's like, I didn't care enough to wait to go see another movie. I just fucking bought the book.
That's funny. Yeah, I saw like New Moon was $5 at Target. I was like, ooh.
Which one was that one?
The second.
I might have to take a
Also, whenever the phone rings in my grandparents' house,
let me see who it is before I decide.
My grandpa goes, Benny, the telephone's ringing.
See who it is.
My great grandpa used to go, come in.
No, it's my mom. Hold on. Live conversation with mom on the podcast. Hello?
Mom.
Hi. Yeah? Nothing much. Hanging out with Marissa. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, no, it's not. Everything is tidy. What? Thanks, Mom. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. I have them on like a lot of my mix CDs. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. I know the one you're talking about. It's on a bunch of my mix CDs. Okay. Bye. Everybody, good conversation with Mom Austin there.
Mama.
I'm keeping that in, by the way. I'm not editing that out at all. My mom was just like calling. She was like, hey, I'm on my way home, but I just want to let you know I'm stopping at the store. Also, I heard this Hive song on the radio and it was really good. I was like, oh, weirdly enough, I love them. Actually, not weirdly enough. But. Yeah, I don't. What was I talking about before?
I don't know. I forgot.
Alright, good talk.
I know. I'm like, it's getting, like, my temperature is low enough, but I'm like getting tired now.
Put on a jacket.
I didn't bring my giant coat this time because I forgot.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, we're talking about Twilight. I read all of them, I think. I don't remember. I think I read all of them.
I definitely did. I can't deny my Twilight
Marissa had a
phase.
really big Twilight phase. It was, like, borderline impressive.
But at least I didn't deny it. Like, I feel like some
No.
people, like, get into something and they're like, you know how Diana, like, hates pictures of herself as a kid, which
Oh my
aren't even
God.
embarrassing. It's like, yeah, it was embarrassing. I love Twilight, but whatever. I'm normal
Yeah.
now.
Marissa's, like, Twilight phase was, like... I don't know how to describe it. Like, there's like no words to describe her Twilight phase. But yeah, I don't know if I want to say I was like into it, because it was not like super my scene. However, I did read them, because I think at the time it was like pretty much everybody I knew was reading or had read that series. And I've always been like a super big reader, writer, you know, whatever. So I was like, okay, you know, whatever. It's not going to take me that long to read them. I might as well read them. And it was nice in the sense that, like, obviously there was like some weird story elements happening there. However, it was nice because I was like, oh my god, now finally I can actually talk to my friends, because it was like everybody, you were really into it, and like pretty much everybody we knew, this was in like
At least read it.
late middle school or something like that, was like, it was like such a hype thing at the time that was all everybody was talking about. And I was like, okay, well now I have to read these to fucking have a conversation with my friends, because it was all everybody wanted to talk about. It was like Edward this and the other dude that, whatever, Wolfman, and like, you know, and I was like, okay, great, now I can have friends again.
I read like 3 of them in like, 3 days, and then when the 4th one came out like later on in the year, and I got that and read it. And...
It was like impressive, considering I feel like you don't really read at all.
Yeah, I know. But I just really liked them at the time. So I like, yeah. And like for me, they were pretty big books, so to like not stop reading them.
I don't know, were they really that big though? Weren't they like 300, 400 pages or something like that, maybe? Wasn't the last one really long? I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, for me, because I wasn't a big reader, in like middle school, it seems, they look really big, but the font's not that small, but...
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, because I remember one thing, because I think I borrowed them from you. Because I don't, because every book I have I keep, because I just like having a bookshelf, because I'm the type of person that will absolutely read a book again if I really like it later on. I'll just start doing a segment on book recommendations. But I could probably give a new one every week. But so it's like not that weird for me to keep books and stuff. So it's like, I know if I had at one point bought them, I would still have them. And I don't. Yeah. So I must have borrowed them from somebody, probably you.
Probably.
I think. Because you know how I imagine it went? Is I imagine that I probably told you that I was like, hey, I'm thinking about reading these, and you were like, yeah, read them, I have them, borrow them, read it, is probably how it went.
I have like a box just of Twilight stuff. Because I had all the books, and I think I got like a couple extra ones, and Maria went to like Cabo and got me one in Spanish, and I was like, ah. Yeah, I had a lot. And like, yeah. Too bad they're like worth nothing now. I have like a signed like Robert Pattinson picture and Kristen Stewart, and it's like no one cares about them, so they're worth like as much as I paid.
People probably care more about Kristen Stewart though.
Yeah,
I like her. She seems cool. I don't really know anything about her, but my student ID picture looks like her. I look like her. People tell me that all the time. It's funny because like we look nothing alike. We just both are super white with dark hair, but for some reason like the way that my face looks, so it's something about my expression and like the lighting in my student ID picture. I'd put a picture, but I don't remember my ideas. But something about like my facial expression or whatever's going on in that picture like genuinely does look like her. Is usually when people say that I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. But I'm like, oh, now that I look at this picture, like I get it. It's like something weird as heck, because I don't look like her really at all. I personally don't think. But I look more like her when she played Joan Jett in that one movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's the her that I look like. But it's like but people told me that I look like Joan Jett anyway, but I think that's just because of the leather and the black hair thing. But it's like, yeah, I'll take Joan Jett as a compliment. She's fucking hot.
I went to Double Rainbow in Santa Fe, and some random girl working
there. What is that? What is Double Rainbow?
It's an ice cream shop in Santa Fe.
No way.
Yeah, it's been there forever.
I just assumed it was like some weird like weed new age crystal shop.
No, Double Rainbow Sand.
What were you talking? Carry on with your story.
I'm wondering when they opened up though, but it's been around for a long time, I feel like. But anyway, so the server there was like, oh my god, you look exactly like Dakota Fanning's sister. And I was with Logan's mom, and Logan's mom like straight up laughed in her face, and I was like,
is it like you look like you could be her sister, or you look like her actual sister that exists?
Who exists. And I was like, she's like, she's like, do you get that a lot? And I was like, no. And she was like, okay, but I really don't. I think her name is Ellie Fanning.
Yeah, I've got Joan Jett multiple times. I used to. Oh my god, you look nothing like her. You guys are both just blonde.
Yeah, we're both blonde and white. Like
she's possibly more baby faced than we are.
I know she's younger than us too, but someone says Amanda Seyfried once, which in like one photo maybe.
That I can kind of see. She's 17. Oh, that's why.
She's baby faced. But anyway, like in some very specific photos maybe. But
I could see that a little bit.
But yeah, it's funny. Like,
But yeah, I've got Joan Jett multiple times, which is so funny to me because I feel like she's like infinitely hotter than me, but I can see it a little bit in the sense because I used to have bangs, which
yeah.
was a whole thing. They're still on my license photo, and boy, it's wild. But and I got that from like a lot of people, and I got that from like my friends' parents a lot. Now, has anybody ever told you that you look like Joan Jett? Like,
Yeah, my mom.
Thank you. Oh my god, you're so kind. Like, and I think it's because I'm like generally wearing like a leather jacket is like my go-to jacket of choice if I'm going somewhere. It's like the black jeans and the boots thing, like the whatever.
Your like vibe.
Yeah, and so there's something about there where everybody's always like, oh my god, has anybody ever told you that? But yes, people have told me. Speaking of, I'm just gonna like tie two topics together too. Speaking of people that look like other people or whatever, that dude that we were talking about earlier that like Snapchats too much looks like the guy from My Strange Addictions that looks like a Ken that wants to fucking words that wants to look like a Ken doll.
Oh, fuck words.
No promises. Somebody has to. But it's just like I just thinking about it because that's exactly what he looks like now.
I definitely would like be friends and like understand each
No,
other.
absolutely.
I asked him if he did wrestling. He was like, no, that'd be another $500. Even though he definitely spent like a couple hundred, like on
You said
face.
wrestling.
Oh,
I was like, why would he do wrestling and why is it $500?
But yeah, remember that he snapped the other day like how he like been dieting for 4 days and hasn't lost any weight. It's like you need to gain weight because he's tall.
I'm resting my foot on this chair.
I think he's like at least 6 foot.
Is he really?
Like he's so tall.
I thought he was smaller.
He grew a lot.
Oh, the last time I saw him was when we were both like 14.
Yeah, so he's so thin, and I'm pretty sure the doctors. Oh my god, that's right. I told you he's a vegetarian, so his doctor just told him straight up, oh, just drink a lot of milk. But like that's it. They didn't say take supplements. They didn't say
just drink a lot of milk.
Yeah, and I told them I asked him, like, how old is your doctor? He's like, oh, old, and I'm like, you need to go to a new doctor because if you're not eating like a specific diet, like you need to know exactly. Like my one friend's a vegan. But she knows so much about nutrition. She knows exactly what she needs to eat and where she can get it from. And she does. She's a really good cook. She cooks these really great things. You know, you would never know they were vegan. But he said he would go into, like, he would go into the dorm and take, like, these huge containers and, like, these gallons and literally sit there and fill it up with milk. In the dorm, because, like, I guess they didn't care, and so he'd do, like, 2 of normal and then, like, 1 of chocolate. These huge things of milk. Put it in his backpack and go back to his room. Well, I guess, whenever he ran out, but it's still, his doctor straight up just
How much milk does he drink in a day? Like,
probably a lot, because he thinks that's all he needs to be, like, healthy and nutritious as a vegetarian.
Like, turn the light up really quick, or light on. Like, why does he...
Right? And, like, why would
what does he think is in milk? Is it, like, protein, or is it,
like, calcium? I don't know. Like, what does he think he's missing?
I don't know.
But, yeah, it was...
Fucking milk.
Could you imagine? Like, would you want to be his friend? Like, you'd be like, okay, yeah, there's the kid that's hoarding the milk.
No, I would not want to be his friend. Because he's a freak.
Because his parents would give him money every month, like, for food and everything, but instead he'd go to the cafeteria and just hoard everything there. Like, I forgot about that until right now. It
like blows my mind for a specific reason. At least have the decency to, like, at least try to use it for that. Like, if somebody was like, hey, I want to help pay for dinner, and you're like, actually, can you just, like, buy me a ticket to this club instead? You'd be like, fuck you, bye.
Right? And, like, when we were driving, he was like, oh, well, like, can you give me gas money? And I was like, I know your parents pay for your gas. I know they fill everything up. If you want me to give your parents gas money, I will, but I'm not going to give you money to pocket.
Oh, my God, that's so annoying.
When I know... I don't know, like, it just, I mean, obviously, like, I've driven people around enough, I'll give you gas money. I really don't care, but the fact that he was, like, trying to lie about it after he already told me about it...
Yeah. It was just, like, wasn't he like, how do you know that?
Yeah, he was like, how do you know? And I was like, you literally told me how much money they give you every month. You
Isn't something ridiculous, too?
He gives them, like 500 a month. On top of this is when he was at the dorm, and they were paying for his dorm meal plan, too.
Why?
So...
Why bother?
I don't know, so...
Fuck!
And so, anyway, God, so it was just, like, absurd. And this was for what, like... couple, you know, what, so like 2 years or something. He hoarded
Probably
everything.
something like that.
That's
well,
fine.
if he wanted an apartment, they probably paid for that too.
Well,
so
now
I
he
don't
has an
know.
apartment. He had the dorm for like 2 years.
Do they pay for it? Does he have a job?
He has a lot of jobs. He has like 5 jobs. Remember,
The fuck?
he snapped that post like,
Oh my
I'm
god.
working, can I work 40 hours a week? So it's like his parents, I mean, maybe they stop, but I imagine he's working on top of that. Because he loves money, 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 money.
What does he do with his money except buy bad injections?
Literally hoards it. Because he works at Ross. So like he buys his stuff at Ross probably. Which is fine. Like there's some good stuff at Ross. But he hoards it. That's because like when I go out, maybe it's because I'm a Capricorn, I'm not good with money.
Oh my god.
Like when
stop
I go
it.
out, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll get you like a drink or like I'll treat this time, like whatever. Like I don't care if a couple bucks here and there, like whatever. But like he's not like that at all. Like he'll never be like, oh let me get you a coffee. Like
I just
even
do the
though-
opposite where I just like avoid going out because I never have any money and I hate it when people like I don't hate it when people do things for me, but it makes me uncomfortable when people do things for me kind of because I can't reciprocate that. Like, you know, it's like I'll do the thing where it's like, look, I don't have any money, but I can drive us. Like that's like my thing. It's like, look, I have no money, but I have a car, I'll just drive us, that's fine. And it's like, and I feel bad because people, like, do things for me and they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna get you something for your birthday. And I'm like, no, please don't get me anything for my birthday because I want to be a good friend and I have a lot of cool ideas for things that I want to get you, but I can't.
A really nice Christmas present.
But I can't do it. Yeah, and it's just like, I feel bad, and it's like, or when people try to, like, they, like, are like, oh, I'll pay for dinner. I'm like, I feel really bad because, like, I don't want, I feel, I'm like, what did I do to deserve it, kind of? And, like, that's a weird,
No,
that's
but
a
to
weird,
me,
like,
it's like,
thing.
to me,
But
it's like, okay, like, I can work part-time, like, it's not that big a deal if I buy you, like, a $2 coffee, where James, like, has money coming out the wazoo, and he never once is like,
yeah, that's
oh,
just,
I'll
like,
give you
annoying.
a
Yeah.
coffee, or, like, don't worry about gas because my parents are paying for it, like,
Yeah.
and that's
oh my
what
God.
bugs me, like, or all of our, anyway, like, whatever, but it's just, like,
Yeah.
maybe that's why, like, I'm not great with money, because I'm always like, whatever, but I don't know, like, if
We have a couple of friends too that like we've stated in a previous podcast that we're like the two like normal people,
Yeah.
like normal families in a ridiculously rich area. So we have like a couple of friends that are just like unnecessarily wealthy for being like 20.
yeah.
Like one in particular that you know who I'm talking about. But so people I'm sure I've talked about this on the podcast before that I'm an illustration student, I'm an artist, whatever. And so, like, because of my school situation and the fact that I'm paying for it with loans, blah blah blah, I don't currently work because it's like I just pay
much
for all I
time,
just pay
yeah.
for my school with loans, and so I'm trying to take as many classes as I can to fill that time. It's like if I worked, I'd have to take less classes, and I'd actually end up having to take more loans out in the end because I'd be in school for longer.
It's a whole enough.
It's a whole fucking thing. And so it's like I currently, don't have like a job because of the fact that, I'm doing the loan thing, whatever. But it's like, and so my basically only source of income for like other stuff is art related stuff. So it's like, I'll have like a store where I'll sell stuff or, I'll try to sell artwork, whatever. And so I will, make various posts. And I hate asking people for money, specifically people I know. So I'm always really reluctant to, like, make a post that's like, hey, I'm selling art, just want to let everybody know. Because I'm like, why is anybody going to buy it? But the thing that's annoying is that,
our friends would buy 100 of, like,
our,
whatever
like,
she's making.
super rich friends that it's, like, not their money or whatever, too, are so... The thing that's annoying about it is that I know they could buy something even if they don't like it, and they just choose not to because they don't give a shit. But the thing that's annoying about it is they're very encouraging until it's time to, like, step up, kind of. They're like, oh my god, you're an artist, how cool, oh my god, your artwork is so great, I love your art, oh my god,
one thing
be an artist, and then I'm like, oh, I'm an artist, I'm selling my work, you said you really liked my work, so here's a link to it in case you're interested, and they're like, well, I don't want to, like, pay for it.
And one of the things she was selling was literally a sticker for $3, like, $3 sticker. And one of our friends who come to like, yeah, totally do it. And then she
she was like, oh my god, yeah, like, I totally want one. I want to, print of this, blah, blah, blah. And then she never got back to me. And I was like, weirdly enough, I was counting on that $20, but that's fine.
And I went to lunch with one of our friends. This was probably like 2 years ago.
I painted my nails yesterday and it's chipping already, sorry.
And so I was like, oh, like, do you want to split it? Like, oh, we can order and split the bill, even though it was stupid. We should have just ordered, like, separately, but whatever. So, and I was like, oh, don't worry, like, I'll treat. Because, again, like, I don't mind just doing the extra stuff and being like, oh, I'll pay you for your, like,
yeah, it's like,
lunch.
when you go out, like, with somebody enough, like, Marissa and I do this because it's, like, we see each other enough and hang out enough that it's like eventually it evens out in the end. It's like it's
Yeah.
not like there's proportionally like, you know, whatever. It's like, oh, I drive us everywhere all the time, so occasionally Marissa will buy me a Starbucks or something dumb.
Yeah, like something convenient, you know, like that's like, oh, I'm already there, like I'll grab you something, you know, like friends too. And so like I already bought us lunch, which like was a not an expensive place, but because of where we live, everything is just
Everything
like,
is expensive.
more expensive.
Yeah.
And so then we sit down, and then she tells me how she got like this new job and how she's making like an absurd amount of money for her new job after I just paid for us. And at the time I was making way less than her. It was like my first job, you know, like working part time, and I was like, oh, okay, so I just offered to pay when
When
Alright.
you're all of it, yeah, you're telling
When
me
you're-
about how much money you
and because
have.
she was working like full time at an absurd amount of money anyway for her age, and I was just like, okay, with like
Is this the same friend too that was like the reason that she was making so much money is because her mom worked at the company and
Well, I don't know if that's why she's making so much money, but
she wouldn't have got a job there. She was not qualified. She has no qualifications to work at this job. I don't know if she still works there or not because I fucking don't
And
care.
it was like that was an internship too. That's what got me
Oh
why
my
it was
God.
so much. It's a paid internship, but
Yeah.
you know, whatever. Like she's nice and smart, and you know, like we're
Yeah,
still
it's
friends.
just like it's the reason that it's
But-
annoying is just because it's like
just treat me to lunch. Just you
it's
know,
like I know you're not
or-
qualified
or-
to have that job either.
Yeah.
It's like the reason you work there is because you're fucking privileged and because you're, you know, whoever works there so you were able to get it in and get the job, which is fine, whatever, that's just the way the world works. But it's like,
But,
why
but
are
just-
you working there? You don't want to do that as your job.
Well,
Stop
and
it.
Why am I paying for your lunch?
Yeah, tell me about how much money you have. Like, oh
'Cause-
my god, I'm making so much money now. Oh,
Because
weirdly enough, I have no money. and
I
just
doubt.
bought you a
I
bunch
mean,
of stuff.
maybe I asked how much do you make, but I feel like I doubt I would ask. So you know, I feel like she would just be like,
Yeah,
oh,
'cause it's like a weird question to ask, kind of.
You know, like maybe I said my thing and she did her thing, but then I stopped and I was like, yeah, wait, like why? Like you should be buying my lunch, or like I don't. Okay, that's fine.
Well, it's part of the thing that's
Whatever.
annoying too is when certain people never put forth the effort.
Well, and it's like, you know, like you think she'd make a mental note. Oh, Marissa paid this time. Next time we go out, which is really never, but still, if we ever
Yeah.
go out again, I'll get it because that's like what you and I do. But
Yeah, and it's like
but I
I
think to
I
her
hate to
it
be
was
that
like, oh,
person that's
whatever.
like, you know, super stingy or whatever, but it's like I end up making notes about stuff like that just because it's like I know that I personally don't ever really have a huge amount of money, so it's like if I'm, you know, buying lunch or buying something whatever for somebody, it usually is like because I care about you a lot or whatever, you know, and it's like, oh, you know, I have like $40 in my bank account if I'm going to buy us lunch, like
there's
you know,
half of it.
clearly there's like, you know, clearly obviously I'm your friend, you know, and it's like I feel like it's irritating when the same people over and over again are just like, oh yeah, we'll go out for lunch, whatever, or it's like, you know what's another annoying thing is when people are like inconsiderate about the fact that you don't have any money. Like, and I'm not saying I don't have any money, okay, like I have some, I sold some artwork, whatever, I can eat and stuff, I'm fine, but it's like, it's annoying when people invite you to places that are like out of your price range kind of just because they're like being inconsiderate, and it's like it's one thing, it's like you're so used to having money all the time that like don't invite me somewhere where my meal is going to be $25. Like I can't
Yeah.
do that, like that's not.
Plus,
And so then I
yeah,
have to lie and be like, oh sorry, I can't go, because like people get so weird about it. It's like, I'm sorry, I can't actually afford to eat there, like, you know, people get very uncomfortable and weird about it kind of, and it's like, why don't we just like, why has it got to be a whole
That's
thing?
why, like Taylor and I, we will literally watch TLC Friday all day. Like, it's
My
not a
God.
big deal, but everyone has this need to, like, let's go out, let's go out, let's go out. It's like, why can't you just, like, hang out with me at home and do something casual? Like, Kelly, you know, like, I don't see her a lot, like, pretty much never, but, like, one time we hung out and literally we watched Bad Lifetime movies all day and ate junk food. It was, like, the best time. We spent,
Yeah.
like, less than $10 on junk food. And
Yeah, it's
watched
like-
Lifetime movies all day.
It's like
and it was great.
I like going out places occasionally. It's like, but sometimes I just like I can't. You know,
Like my friend and I watched like Sharknado and like didn't leave the bed, and it was like so like I was laughing so hard and I was like, this is great, I love Sharknado.
I
Like,
love Sharknado. Christ.
Sharknado, like whoa, watch that movie. It is so funny. You will not regret it.
Yeah,
But like
that
I
is-
could tell they were like antsy, because like I'm a homebody and they're not. But I love Sharknado.
Yeah, that's a franchise that I've never seen.
Please sponsor us, Sharknado.
Oh my god, I'm okay.
Let
with
us in
that.
our movie. us
Yeah?
in your movie.
Let us in our own movie
Remember
that we're gonna
Comic-Con when
make.
they were promoting Sharknado? They had girls dressed as like
How do I get that job? I could do that.
I would do that.
Like sexy shark
like if
girl
I
or
can't
whatever.
get Comic-Con tickets, like how do I just promote the next like Sharknado 25? Like
How many Sharknadoes are there? 3?
I think
or
3.
4.
They're probably making another one now. There's more and more famous people that goes in. I was looking at Sharknado 2 and I was like, there's Kelly Clarkson, like in the picture, like there's somebody else.
Honestly, something that's
Let me
like
look
that sort of funny and ridiculous, like I would be in it if I was famous just because it would make me laugh.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Okay, that was 2014. I'm sure there's a third one if they're not already working on it. Okay, Tara Reid, ew, but Vivica A. Fox,
I don't know anything about Tara Reid. I don't know who she is.
Like, okay, Sharknado 3. Oh my god, Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. Oh, this is what I want to watch on Netflix. Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark.
I don't.
A new mega shark threatens to destroy humanity. The government creates an exact robot copy of the shark, either equal to or greater than the original. Now they must fight to the death while people in the whole city get in the way. Like, this is
I don't
my
understand.
shit. Like, this is all I want to watch all day, every day. Maybe we should just review bad shark movies.
I don't understand
Shark.
why.
That is so appropriate for
Oh my god, it is.
That's gonna be...
I have a question too about that movie because why would a giant shark? Why would there be towns in the way? Sharks live in the water.
Okay, well, in Sharknado, sharks are literally falling from the sky.
I mean, I
Like-
get that. I know the general premise. I haven't seen it, but I know what it's about.
No, but like there'd be like no, like okay, like all of a sudden, like the tornado is like way far away, like not even close to you, and all of a sudden a shark starts flying from the sky, and like the streets are flooded, and all of a sudden they take the corner, and there's like no water, and they're driving fine. There's no rain, nothing, and then like a shark flies through. It's like
I don't know.
oh
Why are
my
those
God.
sharks then a danger? If a
And
shark
then the
falls out of the sky, it's gonna fucking die. It's a shark.
No, like these sharks were like insane, and like all of a sudden they're randomly at like a senior citizen home, like no reason, no explanation for why like they ended up there. The shark like went in the swimming pool there, so you think okay, like the shark's in the pool, leave it be. No, the guy proceeds to like pour gasoline in the water and like light the water on fire somehow, and the
What?
shark, you know, whatever. Oh, my favorite part at the end.
Oh my god.
At the end, they're in this helicopter and they're trying to throw a bomb. Their idea is like they throw a bomb into the Sharknado and neutralize it. But-
They're gonna fucking neutralize a tornado?
Yeah, but here's what the bomb looks like. The bomb
Oh my
literally looks like a
God.
fire extinguisher, but it has like a valve, so it's some kind of like.
Well, that's a Jaws
CO2.
joke, isn't it? Then with the stuffing it in the shark's mouth, is that like a Jaws reference, or
Hold
is
on,
it just
hold
like
on,
bad
wait.
acting?
Bad acting, but
No.
so they have like this like some kind of like container with the valve. Literally, it looks like they took a smoke detector, opened it, and stuck it on the side of it. So they're like, okay, like unscrew the valve, you know, boop boop boop, and then like hold it on for 3 seconds. Then they throw it in, and like it works, it's fine. And then like,
Oh, a bomb
And then
gets
the
rid of an entire tornado somehow.
and so when the tornado stopped,
If it's over the water, technically, isn't it actually a hurricane?
yeah, but anyway, and then when the tornadoes
hurricane,
stop,
shark.
there's like 3 different tornadoes. There's literally like 1,000 sharks falling from the sky. Like I don't know how these sharks are reproducing to this like extent, but like 1,000 of them falling. So this girl's in this helicopter. She's so badass. She has like a shotgun throughout the movie. She's shotgunning sharks in the face and beating the shit out of them. And then at the end, she's in this helicopter throwing the, you know, like fake movie bombs into the freaking Sharknado. And then the guy's like, you know, she has like this weird scar on her leg that she never explains the whole movie. And finally she's just like, when I was a kid, I was on a river trip with my family, my grandparents.
River trip?
River trip.
Oh boy.
Or something. And, you know, they all fell in the water and sharks got them. And that's why I hate sharks. And that's literally how she said it. That's why I hate sharks. And I was like, I fucking knew it. I knew it. And then at the end,
I knew your entire family got murdered by
well, I
sharks.
knew it was like she hated sharks and something personal happened to her.
We got him cornered.
And then like she falls from the helicopter because the shark jumps up and like grabs the helicopter, and so she falls out and another shark midair swallows her whole. And then later on at the ending, this guy has a chainsaw and jumps to the shark, into the shark with the chainsaws his way out and pulls the girl out basically alive, unharmed.
I know what I need to watch.
And
next.
yeah, it's like it's gold. It is so good.
Shit, that
It
is
is
so
so
wild.
good.
I like don't even know how to respond.
It is so good. And the most, like, you know, when you're in a movie, watching a movie, and some guy's an asshole, and you're like, oh, you're gonna die later. That happens, but he literally dies within 2 minutes. So it's so instantly satisfying. I'm like, oh, you're an asshole. Boom, shark eats you. Like,
Shark eats you.
anyway, it's like a good movie. Watch it again. It's only like an hour and a half too. It's like it's not that long, but it's quality.
So incredible.
I found my new love.
Yeah, bad shark movies.
Bad shark movies, bad freaking shark.
I know what I'm gonna just get you for Christmas ever. Just gonna get you like this
Sharktopus?
Sure. What?
A half shark, half octopus creature created for the military, of course, creates a whole lot of terror in Mexico. All the scientists who help create it, tries to capture and kill it.
Why would the military need that?
Why wouldn't the military do that?
Oh, we're fighting this war, and I've discovered the way that we're gonna, finish the war and we're gonna win. It's a fucking shark and an octopus. Could you imagine Obama at a fucking press conference trying to talk about how he invented a shark, slash octopus? Yeah, I just want everybody to know we have a way of dealing with the war in the Middle East. We've created a sharktopus, and we will be dropping it in promptly to deal with the terrorist threat. Thank you. God bless America.
No, I trust Obama with anything, but
With a sharktopus?
I would trust him with a sharktopus.
Can Obama change his middle name to Sharktopus? Barack Sharktopus Obama. This is not even that funny when I can't stop laughing.
If I were Obama, honestly, when I was done being president, I would be an actor, because everyone would cast him.
Oh yeah.
Or what if all of a sudden he was in Sharknado 4? He didn't tell anyone about it, and all of a sudden there he was.
Oh my God, it'd be so funny.
It'd be so funny. It'd be so funny.
So good.
Or him and Michelle, or I don't know, but not
I want to write him a letter and be like, can you please be in Sharknado 4 and not tell anyone
think
but
about
me?
it, right? I think he showed some interest in getting involved with
Well, because when he was
sports or
on
something,
that, so was he on SNL or whatever? Whenever he's on that, he's freaking funny. Every time he's on some television thing where he's such a good sport too, because he
He's a pretty good actor.
yeah, he acts stuff and it's funny, and he's funny. I feel like if I met Obama, he would be really cool. Yeah, I feel like he would not be pretentious about being the president. If I was like, hey Obama, you want to take a selfie? He'd be like, hell yeah.
He seems like a chill dude.
He does, yeah. He seems like he'd be cool.
He seems like he'd be really cool. That's what I was talking about. Someone was talking about George Bush and Donald Trump, and I was like, okay, I don't like either of them, but the thing is, I feel like if you met George Bush,
he'd at least be a nice guy.
He's an idiot, but yeah, you'd be able to talk and be like, oh, how are your dog paintings going? And he'd be like, oh, they're fine. No one will buy them. Where Trump is just a complete asshole 24/7.
You'd meet him.
Where George Bush is just dumb. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like he'd actually be yeah. I feel like
he's a normal person.
You would meet him and he would probably be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Donald Trump would be like, no, you look Mexican. Bye.
Christ. I don't know what that dude's deal is. Jesus Christ, he is unreal.
I know, if his mama was alive, she would smack him.
He would also be not want to take a picture with you because he'd think that women shouldn't be allowed to have cameras or something like that. Probably.
No, he probably doesn't take pictures because he thinks it's gonna capture his soul.
Oh my god.
Didn't some kind of civilization think that?
I don't know. Did you also hear that there was that article about that a town somewhere in America, somewhere in the fucking Midwest, of course, where it was there was a proposal to have solar panels everywhere, to have clean energy or whatever, and they genuinely rejected it because enough voters thought that it would use up too much of the sun's energy or something. What was that? Try to look up that article. It was something about, the title of it was gold. It was something about they thought that it was
okay, here it is.
Yeah, here we go.
The Independent. Of course, it's a UK article. Okay, U.S. town rejects solar panels amid fears they suck energy from the sun, cause cancer, and will harm house prices.
I can see how having solar panels could make your house potentially more expensive, but suck energy from the sun. That's the point of them, is they get their energy from the sun. That's the solar panel. Where is it gonna come from? The fucking moon? It's okay, alert, Star Wars spoiler. It's, so turn it off now. It's that fucking where it sucked all the energy from the star. Is that what they think it's gonna be? Do they think it'll literally, make it so that the sun disappears?
I wish there was an interview.
If their whole town...
I feel like it is. A local man, Bobby Mann, said solar farms would suck up all the energy from the sun and businesses would not go to Woodland.
Oh my god. Jane, a retired science teacher, said she was concerned the panels would prevent plants in the area from photosynthesizing, stopping them from growing. What? Well, of course, if you put the solar panel over your fucking plants, they're not gonna grow. Obviously. Like,
why is she also a science teacher? That's what gets me. It's like,
yeah.
the one guy is just some dumb guy, like, sucking up from the sun. But she went to college somewhere, I assume. Became a science teacher just to come to the conclusion that solar panels steal energy from plants. Steal solar energy.
Because it's like, I get it if it's like, because it's saying that, like, I guess she saw in areas with solar panels that there were some brown plants. So, like, I can see how to a degree you could form that logic, because in the sense, like, solar panels could potentially create shadows or create areas where plants wouldn't, certain sort of plants that need 6 to 8 hours of light a day or whatever would not get that sufficient amount of light. Okay, fine, I get it. But, like, if you have a solar panel on the top of your house, the tree in your yard is not gonna die. It's incredible. It's so incredible.
Like, oh god. It's like, I hope... I want to say this is like some like funny anomaly, but I feel like people in general are
No, it's America.
Oh, you know what's funny? My mom and I were in the Haight, and this guy was like volunteering for Planned Parenthood and like whatever, and I was like, "You're in San Francisco. We're all on your side, buddy."
Oh,
like,
was he trying to like?
He wanted donations basically to like become a member, and we were like, "Yeah, we're on your side. Like, we're in San Francisco. Like, I was like, can I sign up online later? And of course he was like, well, yeah. But he wanted me to do it then. It's like, I can't afford to give you money. If I could, I would give it to you because I like your cause. But it's like,
Sometimes
you're in San Francisco.
those people, though, that are, like, doing stuff like that, I wonder if they're actually associated with the, like, company. Like, I would never give anything to somebody that's doing that, because it's like, okay, if I want to make sure that it goes directly to the people, not just some dude that, like, prints out their banner from the internet and is, like, claiming to be, because you can make fucking bank, dude.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I was like, I said, can I do it online? He hesitated, and I was like, And he's like, yeah, of course. Then he's like, Planned Parenthood / whatever, and I was like, okay, then if you care that much, I'll do it online later. I'm not going to do it right now.
Yeah.
You know, in the middle of
There's
the day.
people, too, on campus where I am that, like, they go around and try to, like, get you to sign petitions. Do you guys have those?
Mm-mm.
Where it's like, it's so uncomfortable, because it's like they come around and they like want to get you to like sign these petitions, and they're just like, oh, you know, he's on this petition, but they like don't tell you what it is for. They're just like, oh, will you sign this? And you're like, well, what is it? It's a petition. Like, okay, well, what is it for? Like, and then I get out of it too, because they're like, oh, are you registered to vote? And I'm like, actually, I'm not registered to vote in this county, sorry. And they have to leave me alone because I can't physically do anything, because I'm not, my voter registration is not in LA County. It's in Marin County. So it's like, I'm like, I have proof of residence for where I live, so like, if you want me to fucking prove it to you, I will. And they usually just like, oh, never mind, thanks for your time, whatever. But sometimes they're really pushy about it. They're like, well, you know, you might be able to sign it anyway, but I can't help you. I'm not registered to vote in this county. Nothing I do will help you. Please leave. I'm just trying to eat my fucking lunch. Like, leave me alone.
Oh gosh. It's like those mall people when you're walking and they're like, then they,
oh my god, they're trying to sell you like
their
lotion.
little carts, yeah. And it's funny because my mom's boyfriend at the time, you know, like my mom's older, so he was like, you know, 40 something. They like grabbed him and they started like polishing his nail. So they literally polished one hand beautifully and then wouldn't do the other hand because he's like, oh, I don't want to buy it. And so he came over and his one hand was sparkling of perfection and the other hand was just like normal dirty, like
gnarly, like whatever.
You know, it looked insane. It looked like his hand was reborn. You know. And, like, Logan, too, got sucked into buying some, like, face cream or face whatever, and I was like, how much did you pay for this? And she's like, oh, like, $50, Corona Midair, you know, Town Center or whatever. Of course,
yeah.
And I look on Amazon, and I'm like, I hate to break it to you, but you can get 2 for $15 on Amazon. So next time, literally Google it before you buy it.
I hate that stuff, too, because I have, like, very sensitive skin, and I also have, like, allergies, whatever, so they're always, like, trying to get me to buy stuff that I can't use.
Oh,
and they're like, oh, you want to try this? I'm like, please don't put that on my skin because I will have an allergic reaction. Like, stop. And it's annoying because they're so insistent. Like, oh, no, just try it. I'm like, literally, I can't use that. If you put that on me, I will, like, I'll have to, like, fucking put medication on it for a week. Like, stop trying to touch me with your lotion, please.
That's like I was in some mall and my hair was, I have, like, wavy hair, but I can curl it if I, like, put the time into it. And so my hair is curly at the time.
I wish I could curl my hair.
And they had, like, straighteners and blow dryers, and they're like, hey, like, how do you, you know, use your hair? How do you style it? And I said, I don't. And they were like, oh. And I was like, I'm like, clearly I have curly hair. Clearly it's not straightened. I don't want it straightened.
Yeah.
Please, like.
People,
Leave
yeah,
me
I get that a lot
alone.
too. They're like, oh, how do you do your hair? What are you doing with your hair? You want to do something? I'm like, literally, I wake up in the morning and occasionally I'll brush it. But I don't need to, like, if my hair is a little messy, it looks better. Like, and they're just like, oh, try this product in your hair, try this product in your hair, special shampoo, this and this. I'm like, literally, I've been doing the same thing for like 4 years and my hair looks fine. Like,
The only time I'll straighten it if I know, like, you know, I'm gonna be really busy for a few days, and then when it's straight, it's easier for me to just like brush and
To
deal
just
with.
deal
so I don't
with,
have to,
yeah.
like, you know,
I can see how
wash
that could
it
be
and
the
scrub
case,
it
yeah.
every day. But that's usually it. It's like I have a nice hair, or I have an okay straightener. I used to have a nicer one, but my mom dropped it in the toilet.
oh my god.
She dropped
Yeah.
like literally the plug part in the
I
toilet
just,
too.
like,
It's like
oh
wow,
my God.
the one part like
I just like I get lucky because it's like because of just the nature of my hair, sort of just because I have like such thick hair. I don't know. Like I bleached my hair for years, like whatever, and it's fine. Like
Okay,
I
you
was
know
like
those
the exception to the
commercials?
rule.
you know those old commercials where the woman had like really long hair and she'd like knot her hair around like a pole and she'd pull the pole out of the ground or something with her hair. Like that's like your thickness of hair. And that's because like Taylor and I we went to Comic-Con, you know, like share a bathroom, hotel, or whatever, and like her hair was like stuck to the bathtub, and like my hair was too, and it was like freaking me out because her hair was literally like 10 times as thick. She was like, "Oh, you have thick hair," and I was like, "Okay."
You're like,
cool.
yeah, okay. A lot of people have thick hair. I'm like, no, I have thick hair and like
Yeah, that's
thick
like
hair.
that's how you thought I didn't like sleep eat. And it's like, whoops, found bread in my bed.
Yeah, so it's like because something about the fact that I bleached my hair for so long and somehow it's fine. It's just like I tell that to people all the time and they're like, "Oh my god, like you should try this special expensive shampoo and this and this." And I'm like, if I can bleach my
thicken
hair
your
for
hair.
for 4 years straight and have it not get like crispy or weird at all, I don't need your like $50 shampoo.
You know, the only thing that
like stop.
the only thing that dried my hair out really bad is someone was like, I think it was my mom and Logan were like, "Oh yeah, I put coconut oil in my hair, and made it so soft." So I was like, "Oh, that makes sense. Coconut oil, like
Yeah.
I use
It's
similar."
really good for your skin too.
Yeah, I use stuff I use it on my skin. It's fine. So I put it all in my hair, and I rinsed it out, and it was crispy, like crunchy, crispy. And I was like, "That's weird." So I googled it, and some people were like, "Yeah, I guess if your hair is like already fine and you use it, it can like really dry your hair." And I had to wash my hair maybe 3 times to
Oh my
really get
God.
it out and like
I think it probably depends too on like the consistency of your hair. Because for me, because my hair naturally gets oily, kind of like if I, don't wash my hair. If I were to not wash my hair for like 2 days, it would look kind of oily. And so it's like, and so if I can't really use stuff like that because it just makes my hair gross, kind of like,
Yeah.
try coconut oil, try this. It just makes my hair look like greasy
Well, my hair was fine,
and
but
like
Logan
creepy.
was like, "Oh my god, my hair is so much softer." I was so surprised.
I
was
wonder
like,
if it
"Oh,
has to do with
I'll
the
try
fact that your hair is naturally wavy-ish or something, or like because
I mean, I don't know. Maybe like strip my oil somehow, and like I don't know what. But
I don't know.
It was weird. Like it like I don't know. It was weird. Like some people too. Like my mom is putting like mayonnaise in her hair and like egg yolks because like some people say like that's will soften your hair. I'm like,
I'm convinced that like
No.
all those like remedies are just kind of unnecessary.
like a hoax.
I get lucky because
Like those pills we were talking about. Those like natural over the counter. Like
oh my god,
make you feel
yeah.
good pills. Like hoax.
Yeah, it's like
I love
I
you from
just
North
like
Oaks,
I'm biased just because I get lucky and like my hair naturally is fine. I don't really have to do anything with it for it to look good. Like I mean, okay, good is whatever relative. Okay, a lot of times it looks like a fucking mess, but it's like I don't have to really do that much to it to get it to be healthy. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And maybe some people have like other stuff that they have to do to like make.
Davia is walking in the living room with her dad's shirt on him. On her.
So cute.
So cute.
But yeah, it's like, I think a lot of the reason that people end up having to use stuff like that is because they fuck up and try to use other stuff like that. It's like people are like, oh, I'm going to use this natural thing and dye my hair at home. It's like, oh, that's why your hair looks like shit is because you didn't get it professionally dyed.
Yeah.
And so then they have to go back and try all these other natural crazy ass home remedies to fix like their fuck up.
Yeah.
Like naturally most people's hair is fine. It's when you start to fuck with it that it makes it like a problem. Hey Phoenix, what are you doing? I wish we had video because she just like looked back at us with like kind of
just,
like a
like, soy
guilty
sauce.
expression. She's like looking through a bag that has like soy sauce packets
Oh,
in
she
it.
likes your bread stocking.
She does. That's a wrapper. What are you doing? I wish we had videos. I could like put it on her right now. She's like looking out the window. But yeah, I'm like of the belief that like if people have like hair problems, like the best thing to do is leave it alone for a little bit,
Yeah, definitely.
and it'll sort itself out.
I got because I will not lighten my hair. Like I'll like do like color dye, fine. Like
What do you want about? You lightened your hair forever.
I didn't lighten it personally.
Oh! I thought you just meant in general. I was like, you're a dirty liar.
Like I would make sure a professional did it because lightening is the one thing I don't trust myself with.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know, it's too
I'm always of
nerve-wracking.
like the opinion. I firmly believe I'm like, you can dye your hair at home, but no matter what, don't bleach your hair at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jocelyn and I did it with her hair and it got way too light. Luckily, it didn't dry it out, but it was like
Yeah.
so many shades brighter and it looks good now.
It's
but
like-
we just did not.
I was talking about this with a friend one time. She's like, well, so and so other friend that we have does hers at home. I was like, yeah, her hair looks like shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but if you think that her hair looks good, you have not seen professionally dyed hair. I'm like, that's why people don't think that. That's why people like some people don't realize that my hair is not naturally this dark. It's because it doesn't look like it's fake because it's like it's done fucking professionally. And it's like, I know not everybody can afford to have it professionally done, blah blah blah. Then don't fucking dye your hair because
Well,
you're gonna ruin
I
it
feel
and you're
like
gonna have to
it's
spend
easier-
more money trying to fucking fix it.
Like plus I feel like it would be easier. It's easier to like do it darker than to do it lighter.
No,
'Cause
absolutely.
Lighter, you're screwed. Darker, it's like well.
Yeah, it's like my hair is naturally like kind of a dark brown, but it's dyed like black, but it's like a brown black kind of. So it's like it doesn't look fake black. You know, like some people some people have like black hair that looks very sort of blue black, dyed fake, but that's why people think that mine is not dyed, I guess, is because instead of doing black, the trick is you do a really 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 dark brown. And so it's like, oh, black hair, but it's not like it's not like, oh, black hair, whatever, but yeah, I just like I tell people that a lot because people ask me, I don't want to sound like vain. I'm trying, I don't want to be an asshole about it. But people do ask me about my hair a lot because, like, the bottom part is, like, sort of underneath part is dyed red and, like, stuff like that. And people are like, how have you, you've had your hair dyed for as long as I've known you. How does it still look so nice?
Yeah, like
So I do get that a lot.
I'll do my hair like the line will do a fun color and then I just let it fade and wait for it to be like a natural color and then decide if I want to do something. But I won't like bleach it. Like I knew someone who had like short purple hair and then short pink hair and she was like, oh, I want all the pink out. And so they bleached it and fried her hair even though they told her, okay, your hair is already thin. Don't do it. And then now she has purple hair. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
That's
I think
why
it's like,
Logan has such short hair because she dyes it so much. It's easier for her to just chop it off and start fresh.
Yeah, I think too. I don't know. It's like I don't really know how to describe it. It's like because I'm trying really hard not to sound like vain at all or whatever. But I think the reason that people do ask me about my hair is because of the fact that it's long, and for a lot of people, long hair is hard to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just goes back to the fact that I like got lucky, and it's like. Oh, my hair is relatively easy to maintain, so I'm able to have it long, and it's not like a hardship. Because a lot of people, like, their hair gets to a certain, like, you were telling me that you wanted to grow your hair out for a while, but it wouldn't grow any longer.
It, like, maxes out around my boobs.
Yeah, and it's like, mine is, like, in my lower back kind of right now, but it's not like that straight across at the bottom kind of cut. It does, like, that sort of natural, like, those, like, old drawings of mermaids? That's, like, the style of my hair.
Yeah, like it's like a slight V, I'd say, or very severe. No,
it's
I don't know how to describe, but like V-ish.
Because the reason it's even like that is because I've had layers for a long time, and as I was growing out my hair, we just kept adding more layers to the top, kind of. So it became this sort of more natural layered version of long hair, as opposed to like, oh, I grew my hair out really long and then chopped the bottom off.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why it's like an illusion that my hair is really nice because they're like, oh my god, you have long hair and it doesn't look like shit. How do you maintain it?
Yeah.
Because so many people with long hair don't do a good job, like, of maintaining it at all.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, firmly of the belief that, like, don't do anything that you can't maintain. Like, if you want to have long hair, fine. But, like,
get it cut.
Yeah, like, take care of your long hair because otherwise it's not going to be good in the long run. Because you have long hair and you let it get out of control or you don't cut it, whatever, and you end up with, like, a lot of split ends and stuff. Then you have to cut it short.
We knew one girl in elementary school and it was like down to her knees and she never got a haircut and it was so gross and dry and wiry.
It's just like, yeah, that's what it is. It's like if you can't maintain it, don't do it because it's going to be worse in the long run. Like, I know a lot of people that they had long hair but they had to cut it because they were, whatever, a lot of split ends, blah, 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 and so they ended up having to take a lot off. And it's like, well, because you didn't maintain it. You think that grow it out just means fucking let it grow. Like, nah, you gotta maintain it, kind of trim it a little bit, like, as you're going along, and that's what promotes it to grow, because you're letting the healthy parts grow. I don't know. That's hair talk with Taylor.
Yeah, people are probably like, okay, whatever.
I know. It's, well, I mean, it can be interesting, especially if you don't have long hair, to sort of realize, because a lot of people, because I don't have to do anything with my hair, people are like, oh, having long hair is not that hard, because I personally just don't, in a lot of my sort of people that I know in school and stuff, I'm really one of the only ones with really long hair, and so people are like, oh, it's not that bad having long hair, because like Taylor doesn't have to do anything, he just wakes up in the morning, and my roommate gets upset because I just wake up in the morning and leave and my hair looks fine. Oh god. Anyway, I don't know how long we've been recording, like an hour and something or whatever. Yeah,
You do you,
usual.
baby girl.
Email at the bottom, make good choices, stuff like that. As always, comments are fun. Linked up is there. I don't know if there's gonna be anything in the linked up or not, but when I'm editing, I'll go back through and while editing and see if there's anything that we talked about that I said I wanted to add.
Crunch, I got something you can't touch. Bang bang, choo choo train. Want me? Yep, I do my thing.
That's awesome.
Pieces, Captain Crunch. I forget the whole thing, but whatever. Bye.